Hello everybody, it is HexoutRaz here, and this is a beginner's guide to surviving your first day in Minecraft. If you search this video specifically, you probably already know what Minecraft is, so I'm just going to skip that part and head right into the survival aspect of it. So I'm going to create a brand new world. I have not staged this world at all, so I have no idea what I'm going to get here as soon as it starts rendering. Okay, it looks like I am stuck on a beach, which is not bad. I have some trees here. Now, there are, I'd say, 4 categories to surviving your first day in Minecraft. You are going to want shelter, tools, light, and food. And we're going to focus on tools right now by collecting some wood. I suggest anywhere from 15 to 20 logs for your first day. And you can collect logs, of course, by taking the flat of your hand and chopping down a tree. It can take some time, but it's a busy day, so you gotta get going, right? And a useful strategy for chopping down taller trees. This isn't a very tall tree, so I will not use it here. But I will continue to chop down these trees. Okay, so after you get about 20 pieces of wood, you are going to want to find food and lighting. And to do both of those, it's best to have tools, which is why we're focusing on wood first. So a few more pieces. That should be good for me right now. I'd suggest getting maybe a little bit more, but for the sake of trying to make a shorter video, straight a little bit more to the point, I am going to just make my crafting table right now. I am not going to take a long time to explain recipes and such, so I recommend going to the Minecraft wiki and going to the crafting page to find out all the recipes you need. That is what I did, and it's a quick, easy, and what I recommend for finding out recipes. So I'm just going to make a wooden pickaxe. Of course, I expect that you will learn how to do that by either pausing the video and figuring out how I did it, or by going to the wiki, which is what I recommend. So I'm going to punch myself a hole down into the ground to stone right here, and I'm going to take my wooden pickaxe and mine 3 pieces of cobblestone. The reason I do this is because we can make a better pickaxe with 3 pieces of cobblestone, and the wooden pickaxe mines significantly slower. So usually what I do is I just toss it. I do not use it. So as soon as I can make a stone pickaxe, I do. I make it and I use it. So I'm going to get around 15 to 20 pieces of cobblestone for various tools and making a furnace, which I will cover why we need that in a little bit. Cobblestone is probably going to be your most plentiful item, and for good reason. You're going to need it for a lot of things. Here I'm making a stone sword, and I'm also going to make a stone shovel, like so. And I was lucky enough to spawn right next to a cow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slaughter that cow, take his 2 pieces of beef, and there's another one around here. I thought I heard one. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. Oh, there he is. Animals are probably the most efficient way of getting food at the beginning of the game. Animals that would drop food are chickens, cows, and pigs. There's a few other methods to getting food, but for beginners, I wouldn't really go into that right now. So, if you have to travel to find animals, I recommend to do so, but food is also very crucial. So, I'm going to lay out my cobblestone like this in a square formation with a hole in the center to make a furnace, and I'm going to lay that furnace down and cook my raw beef with it, but I'm going to make some more wooden planks for fuel for the furnace. I'm going to put 4 in there and cook the raw beef. And the raw beef is cooking right now. I hear one more cow, but I'm not going to bother finding him. now we have the food and tools aspect covered, and pretty much we have the shelter aspect covered too, because we have a hole in the ground that we can resort to if we have to. There are a few things you can do to shelter at the beginning of the game. If you have time, you can collect blocks to make some sort of hut or house to survive the night in. But I find the quickest way to do it is to dig a hole in the ground and block it off, and have light in it, of course, which I'm going to cover right now. If you spawn on it seems like I'm on an island of some sort. If you spawn near hills, you might be able to see coal, which should be a stone block with black specks in it. But I cannot see any coal, so I'm going to resort to plan B and make charcoal. And how you make charcoal is you burn wooden planks, or no, I'm sorry, wooden logs in a furnace. And I'm going to burn a couple here. And this one piece of wood will give you one piece of charcoal. Charcoal works exactly like coal in crafting. You can place it like this and make torches. Torches represent light. See? My little hole is lit up a little bit now. When an area is lit up, monsters will not spawn there. So that is crucial to surviving, because when monsters spawn, they will come after you, and they will try to kill you. And when you die, you will spawn the place you originally spawned, unless you have a bed, which is a little complicated. A little bit more complicated, which I'm not going to cover in this video. When you die, you will spawn where you originally spawned in the game, and you will drop all your items where you died. So you either have to run back to your area where you died within 5 minutes to pick up all your items, or you will lose all the items you had on you. And a way you can prevent at least some of that is by making a chest. Generally, I make a single chest and place it wherever my temporary or permanent base is, but usually at the beginning of the game you're going to make a temporary base, and if you right click on the chest, you can open it and you can put items in it. You can drag them, or you can shift click them to quick move them. I imagine you know somewhat about the controls if you are playing a computer game and you've bought Minecraft already. I hope you've already tried it. So I think I'm good on wood. I'm just doing it as kind of like a neutral chore when I don't really have anything to do. I finished up a little bit early today, actually. I have food, I have light, and I have shelter. And I have tools as well. So I got done pretty early today. As you can see, the sun is still high in the sky. But generally, you might not get this lucky. You might have to travel to find trees, and you might have to travel to find food. And if you have to do either of those, your first day can become significantly more busy. But I had it pretty easy for this first day. I'm going to collect some seeds here, though, to tell you an alternate source of food. This takes some time for the what I'm going to plant to grow, so it might be a good idea for you to scope out your area first as soon as you spawn to see if you have the possibility of killing any animals, and if you don't, to plant seeds. The way you get seeds is by cutting down grass like that, like you just saw me do, and planting it, and I'll teach you how to plant it in a second. I'm going to my chest to get some things out. I'm going to put cobblestone and sticks like this to make a hoe. And hoes will cultivate land. It has to be a dirt block or a grass block like this. I'm going to choose a spot closest to the water, which I guess can be right here. When farmland like this is near water, it will hydrate it and the plants will grow faster. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these seeds here. And this will grow into wheat. And one patch of fully grown seeds will become 1 unit of wheat, and it takes 3 units of wheat to create 1 piece of bread. So it's not the best source of food, but it is something if you cannot find any food right off the bat. And I hear a cow, and I imagine he is on top of this, but I'm not going to fight to get him. So I'm going to, as you can see, it's getting dark. The sun is setting. The square sun is setting. So I'm going to go down and go into my little cubby right here, and I'm going to seal it off. That way no monsters can drop down and get me. And I have this little room. Actually, you know what? Before it gets too dark, I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to dig up my furnace, which you can do with a pickaxe. And I'm going to chop down my workbench. There we go. Now I have these, and I'm going to place them in here. There we go. Now, it's getting dark. If you had a bed, you could sleep and skip it directly to day, but unfortunately I do not have a bed, so what best is to do probably is just to dig and try to find some coal, some iron ore, and just dig a staircase maybe down to the bottom of the world, which is bedrock, and try to find, you know, some interesting ores. This is more the exploration part of the game, but it depends on what you want to do in the game, really. If you want to explore, you can probably dig a tunnel like that and try to find some underground caves, maybe a stronghold, dungeons, whatnot, abandoned mine shafts. There's tons of things to discover and explore. If you want to build some sort of cool structure, mining also gets you a bunch of cobblestone, which you can use as kind of like a fundamental building block. It can be made into a bunch of different building blocks, and it can be smelted and stacked in a crafting table to look differently, but I won't go into that right now. So you can basically do anything you want at this point underground, or you could go up and try your luck surviving against the monsters. Now, monsters will only spawn in dark, like I said earlier, and they will come after you when they see you and try to kill you. But if you have something to defend yourself with, you might be able to fend them off and kill them for their drops. But one thing is, if you get hurt, your health will go down, and it will only restore if you have more than, I think, 7 food bars. Basically, if you have 3 or more food bars missing, you will not automatically gain health. So I am going to try to hurt myself real quick. I can't think of an easy way to do that, so I could probably demonstrate this. You know, I'm just not going to worry about it, but you just have to take my word for it. If your health is under a certain amount, you will not automatically regenerate health, which can be very dangerous. And as you can see, there's a creeper over there. These are creepers. They explode. I imagine you've researched maybe a little bit about the monsters, but I'm not going to test my luck with him. Okay, this is not good. Okay, I am safe. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the video there, so that should give you a good idea of how to survive your first day. And beyond this point, basically, it's just collecting more resources, making better tools, and building, exploring, or doing anything like that, which is just entirely another guide and video in itself. So basically, explore and have fun and try to use your imagination.